Whoa, whoa, whoa. This doesn't feel right. I didn't see Breaker Boggs in Cars on the Road. There's no way he's from Cars 3. Mattel hasn't released a single new item from anything except for Cars on the Road this year. This is absurd. This is monumental, guys. I really want to know what possessed them to even try to release Breaker Boggs. They were like, all right, this is the year of Cars on the Road. Makes total sense. It just came out in September. We're going to hit it hard, release a whole bunch of cool stuff, and then we'll get back to the Cars 3, Cars 2, whatever stuff next year. Breaker Boggs somehow was like, nah, move over. I'm coming whether you like it or not. And Breaker Boggs, he came in a big way. He also is in a 5-pack here, exclusive to Walmart, as the only new car in it. Or maybe you could say they're all old releases because Breaker simultaneously is being released as a single, but in some places the single will come first, some other places the 5-pack. I found the 5-pack a day or two before I found the single, so I guess that's pretty good timing. But yeah, he looks pretty good. He's with a bunch of other cool cars, although, again, nothing too special. These are all made in Thailand as well, meaning that the single and this 5-pack version should be identical. But obviously, in the spirit of not getting a bunch of duplicates out of the box, I'm going to open the single here. And yeah, guys, welcome back to another Mr. Docket presentation. Obviously, like I said, it is very peculiar that of, the entire ocean of Cars on the Road stuff this year, Breaker Boggs found his way into it. And of course, there's some Tokyo Mater stuff in there, but none of it is technically new. Lots of new variants, lots of new made in Thailand variants for whether it be Jay Schuster or Mark Wheelson, etc. But yeah, definitely an out of the blue kind of random release, but I'm happy about it. I'm very glad that we got something from another movie to kind of spice it and change it up a little bit. Because as much as I like Cars on the Road, diecast releases, you got to have some variety in there. However, that being said, this guy's pretty light. They should have probably done him and his buddy together, just like how they did Nat McLugnan and Michael Hongsel together back in the day in 2015, the Airport Pitties. I mean, they're about the same size and everything. They should have just done both of them, but instead they gave us one and then this stupid barrel, fire barrel that we've gotten before in other items. So yeah, I don't know. I know I'm starting off this review on a downer, and I think I will like Breaker. I love his muddy tires and all that, but I mean, this thing is so light. Like, it's literally a feather compared to some of the other cars that they do, like West Philanthropus, I mean, that guy's girthy as heck. This guy, Jesus, he's going to fly away if I don't hold him down. But yeah, all right, you got a choking hazard on the front because obviously that fire barrel could be swallowed. He is one of the Thunder Hollow Pitties, if that wasn't already clear, that brought the sign up and then took a picture with Lightning McQueen because, of course, they jumped on that. They did not waste any time when everyone realized that it was Lightning McQueen at their Demolition Derby. So yeah, the artwork looks really good, actually. I like the mud that they have detailed on him. It looks really intricate and natural. It's much brighter, though. It's a lighter shade of mud on the diecast here, and it's on the darker red packaging, which is a plus. It doesn't say new for 2023 though, but they get a pass because he is in that 5-pack, so we're not going to scold them too heavily, especially because they did acknowledge that this is a Cars 3 release. I mean, again, I'd say like coming into the year, like knowing they were going to release the Thunder Hollow Pitty, I give it like plus 500 odds that they actually got the card back right in terms of what movie he appeared in, and they did. I could have totally seen them thinking he appeared in Cars on the Road or Cars 2, like literally anything, but they got it right, so hats off to Mattel. Of course, you have Jet Robinson, Duke Coulters, Noah Gochek, Ryan Inside Laney, and Jackson Storm. Some of the more underrated, forgotten releases of this year, like you look back and you're like, huh, Duke Coulters was released. Huh, Jet Robinson was released. And yeah, it's been, a while since they were out, but they were out, and it's kind of crazy, again, because this year has been so heavy Cars on the Road. They have done other stuff, but none of it has been new, except for Double B here. So let's open him and check him out. Oh yeah, Breaker looking good actually. Like, I think I'm gonna really like him. I I think I'm gonna like him more than Randy, which, yeah, I mean, that's not saying a whole lot because Randy was a major disappointment. Maybe if the expectations weren't so high, he wouldn't have turned out so bad, but still, though, I mean, that is an inaccurate die cast, bad quality control, especially on mine. There's a chip, there's a completely unpainted area on him. Yeah, it was a rough one. Anyways, Breaker Boggs time. How about that? There he is, or maybe, I mean, there's two of the identical kind of vehicles. Which is Breaker? If you ask me, Breaker's definitely the left one. And yeah, I hope I'm right. I mean, we'll never know unless maybe there's some sneaky way you guys could tell. You guys are sneaky like that. You guys will be like, well, technically, you could see this little shiver of mud on the right side of them, so therefore it must be Breaker Boggs. I don't know. They look the same to me. Anyways, yeah, let's get into him here. Let's zoom on in. I like his expression. Just looking straight ahead, but that's okay. I like the smile. Doesn't look very Thailandly to me. This actually is one of the most Chinese looking releases they've had in a while. Just like the way that the gloss is on him. It looks really good. Great forks here. S24A means he was made during the 24th week at the A factory. I like the muddy tires for sure. I like how they're not just all straight brown like some of the white tires they've done for the Salt Flats racers. Just all straight salt. But yeah, these look really nice. White wheels. They're on the same axle, so they don't move independently. Like, you could definitely feel that back here. I guess, yeah, all these other wheels, like, they move independently. Right? Yeah. I'm not crazy. These, though, they do not move independently. All right. Thunder Hollow Speedway decal. It looks cool. A little grainy, but nothing too crazy. Can't really read what that says. It almost looks like area badge or area baggy. Damn. That would be cool to read what that is. It adds a little bit of character to them. He's got this major fuel tank back here. A lot of actual forklifts in real life have this. Like the one I work at a manufacturing plant, the one we have has this back there. And you know what? The reason why I make a big deal out of that is because pitties in the past don't have that. They don't have anything like that. So this is actually pretty accurate. However, it's not the first time we've seen this. Pam Wheeldaro and Double Clutch Daily have that. And so I'll compare them to in a second here. But yeah, he's looking really good. Nice green eyes. I like the black hat. It is plastic though. The yellow is metal. These fenders here though are plastic. But yeah, they're done nicely in mud. He's got a little vent back here. This gray wheel. Fuel tank is plastic. But yeah, overall, I think they did great with this diecast. Good execution. Could be a little clearer decals for sure, but overall, can't really complain. Obviously, if they included both of the Thunder Hollow pitties, I think that would really put it over the edge as like an A+ release. But yeah, they kind of squandered that, but obviously it's all about cost and whatnot. It's something that they were willing to do in 2015 that they're clearly not willing to do anymore. However, when you release like bigger cars like Western Lapis or the Quadratarchosaur, Doug Crankle, Rumbler Mater, etc., that shows that they are willing to do it, or they're capable of doing it. So it really just comes down to choice. But yeah, here's the fire barrel. It is hollow. It's got a dent in it, which is pretty cool detailing. And yeah, we're going to compare it to a couple other ones. The one that I got out of the Demo Derby series in 2017 with the rubber tire Demo Derby racers in, exclusive to Walmart. This came from one of those, and it's a much darker brown, and the flame is actually rubber, and so you can bend it around. This one, it's rubber too, but is much less bendable. It's thicker, sturdier. This one honestly is like very jelly. It's squeezy, like you could squeeze it. This one definitely firmer. But yeah, same idea. They have the same mold, the same dents and all that stuff. But it is cool to get like a slightly different color, I guess. Because we also have a blue one here. And all their flames are like slightly different. Like this one's a tall flame. This one's got a little bit of red in the flame, it looks like almost. So good stuff there. Surprise, surprise, I actually have a prototype of Breaker Boggs. I got this a long time ago before anyone knew that Breaker Boggs was even going to be released, before, God, yeah, this was a while ago now. I think I got it back in like February or March, along with that Mini Racer Professor Z prototype that some of you guys might have seen on my Instagram. And I got a bunch of other cool prototypes as well. Like I got prototypes for almost all of the Dino Egg Cruiser Mini Racers. But yeah, this is a really cool prototype, one of my favorites. And you know, it's always good to know that there are still prototypes for new Thailand items. It's just that they're way harder to get. They're way harder to get, but that makes them that much more special. So very happy about that. Wanted to show you guys that. And then the most similar comparison is to Pam Wheeldaro or Double Clutch Daily, but we'll just do one here. They are different models, but the most similar you will find, and that's a good thing. Like Breaker Boggs being a unique pity model is great, and that actually happens a lot these days. Like Sarah Coggs, Hallam Haynes, Pitstoposaurus, all their own new models. So I like that. But yeah, you can see that the shape of them is very similar. The window size, all that, but these have bigger tires. The fenders are shaped differently. Breaker Boggs has these vents back here on the sides. Pam just has the one in the back. It's nice that Breaker's is painted. Pam's was not. They have different caps, different forklifts, and yet both have the fuel tanks in the back. It's actually nice though. Pam's was a little bit more detailed than Breaker's. You can see the black stripes painted on there. So I guess it's a give or take. You know, you want the vent painted, well, then the gas tank's not going to be painted. You want the gas tank painted, well, the vent's not going to be painted. So that's just kind of how it goes. But I did want to compare Breaker to a couple other pitties here real quick. Rick, how about that? Rick, real quick equals Rick. I like it. Stacy, the leakless pitty, just kind of like a baseline for all pitties to be compared to. Just a standard tall piston cup model. Pretty cool, one of the older ones. Same thing with Guido, just a baseline to get an idea for size. Yeah, Breaker's a little bit bigger. Breaker could mess Guido up. No, I'm just kidding. Guido could take anybody, no matter the size. We all know that. We have Clay Playfork here. 2021. The slide guitar player in the band. Got Pitstoposaurus. I really want to do like a battle of the beasts. Pitstoposaurus versus Hallam Haynes. Man, that would just be so much fun. Like, honestly, I don't know who would win that fight. Like, Pitstoposaurus would be just like an animal. Because that's what he is, right? I mean, he's got these long saber-toothed teeth. But Hallam Haynes is obviously one of the strongest characters in all of the Cars franchise. Here we have Michael Hongsel or Nat McLugnan. I forget which is which. But yeah, this was one of the best releases from 2015, having the two airport pitties together, both of them having great expressions, especially this guy. You want to know why? Because he's looking to the side. He's crossing his arms with the glow sticks here. He's got a headset. Honestly, looking back, like when he was first released, like everyone was like, oh yeah, he's cool. Yeah, nice little release. He's in the case with, I think it was like Scott Spark and Brett Mustangberger with headset. It was a pretty standard case. And everyone was like, all right, cool. Yeah, all right, let's move on. Looking back, that was like a phenomenal release, because if they were to do like both, you know, Breaker Boggs and that other yellow pitty, you know, his twin, just give him a different expression or maybe a different forklift movement. Oh my goodness, that would be fantastic. But nope, here's Sarah Coggs, by the way. So yeah, kind of bummed about that. And the more I think about it, the more I think about the airport pitties, the more it gets me riled up. But yeah, here's Hallam Haynes, the most recent pitty release in the 2-pack with Claire Gunzer. And that'll do it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section below. Will you be picking up Breaker? Are you happy that they did somebody from Cars 3 and didn't just stick to Cars on the Road for the entire year? I know a lot of people are definitely happy about that, because not everyone loved Cars on the Road, which is certainly fair. I have my gripes with it. I am just happy with all the new cars that it gave us. Like, what the hell, man? It's just a good time to be a Cars collector when you're getting such diversity, such a uniqueness in the line. You know, you're getting dinosaurs, ghosts, and maybe to some people that's tacky. and gimmicky. But to me, I'm happy. I mean, eventually you gotta keep things fresh and new, so changes have to be made. New things have to be experimented with. So that's my take on it. Breaker Boggs here is definitely more a grounded, typical release. He's not a dinosaur. He's not a ghost. He's not a zombie. He's not an angel. He's not a... I guess that's pretty much it. I'm trying to think. He's not a clown, all right? So he's not an apocalyptic, flame-throwing wielder Jeremy squat car, all right? He's a typical release from Cars 3. And I think a lot of people will actually be happy about that, even though pitties tend to pegworm. I would not be surprised if a month from now this is pegworming, kind of like Noriyuki is. Would not be surprised. There are 2 in the case, I believe. And then there's the 5-pack of him. So yeah, there's kind of going to be a lot of breaker over the next few months here. Anyways, thanks for watching. Bye now.